most people have an idea in imagining a recording of what an algorithm is. We would suggest that it's just a way of manifesting a result in the world. Whether you do that by adhering to a recipe to make a cake, or following the instructions to put together a desk, that's just an algorithm, that set of instructions, that path, that process, that dynamic of manifestation. And we would suggest that in your systems every day, you are operating with your own algorithms, whether they be beliefs that you hold, that you feel are important and are defining of your behavior or your decisions, or the results that you can get in life, or whether they are strategies that you follow about how to affect any particular result in your life or in your relationships or in your work or career or profession. Those strategies that you follow are often so well worn, so practiced that they have become unconscious. Just tying your shoes, by the way, is affecting an algorithm, a way of creating the result that you want. When you were a child and you tied your shoes for the first time, it was actually likely relatively complex. It took you a while to catch on how to tie your shoes. And now, if you tie your tennis shoes, it's effortless. You don't even think about it. You may not even realize that you've done it. And the same is true of all the recorded, practiced, familiar ways of navigating our world, affecting others, getting results in relationships, including safety and control strategies, which are inevitably driven by fear. So the question is, how many ways of accomplishing or attaining results in your life are motivated by or guided by or determined by subconscious fear? And is that the kind of solution generation mechanism that you want to apply in your life? Is that the kind of algorithm that would be optimally applied in any dimension of your life? If you were in past times, if we were running away from bears that could eat us, we would suggest that adrenaline and fear had a functional benefit in our lives. And that said, these days we would suggest that consciousness and discernment will always inform a better choice, behavior, decision, interpretation, or understanding or relational dynamic. And consciousness is a choice. It can be very familiar to fall into old ways of doing things and applying old practiced solutions sets or solution paths in the future. And if we do so, it's important to understand that as soon as we do so, we've fallen into unconsciousness. We have ceased to see the present moment as it truly is. And thus, we would suggest that any practiced path or process or familiar way of affecting goals or results in life is equal to becoming unconscious. Now, what are the implications of that statement on a planet full of human beings that are operating that way? How many people are sleepwalking their way through life, following the same patterns that they have operated from throughout their lives, that they were conditioned to, and that they don't understand are defining their decision-making, emotions, relationships, and reactions or projections? And so we would suggest that generating this ability to hold conscious space within oneself and not to be overwhelmed by one's reactions or emotions or motivations to have or to get or to have desires met or attachment or aversion dynamics is quite necessary, because if we don't have that space, we really can't understand what's happening in any given moment in such a way as to generate a better result in the future, a more joyful life, a happier relationship, a more loving, kind, caring approach to life in general.